Oh yeah. Hello, it's Vincent here from Vincent Games, your untapped source of MTG tips, info and discussion. We're going to be opening this booster box in just a second, but first of all, just want to say thank you to Ixalan. They have been very helpful in supplying me with the booster box. Check them out in the description box below. They are a store local to Brighton area, south of England, and they do all sorts of magic events and more. And without their help, I wouldn't be opening this booster box right here, right now. So, if you're anything like me, then you're pretty stoked about this new set. I mean, it's got the dinosaurs, it's got vampires, merfolk, pretty cool. I don't know if you've been fortunate enough to attend a pre-release, but I was able to this time around. I haven't actually attended many pre-releases for a long time, and this set I was really looking forward to, and I was able to go to two, so I was pretty glad about that. Managed to open a Carnage Tyrant. I think that was the best card that I pulled all weekend, which is pretty awesome. I wouldn't mind another one of those today, in fact. And what else? Going right to Ixalan would be quite cool, and any of the Planeswalkers. I'm all about me to Planeswalkers. I think Jace is pretty awesome. Might not be the most exciting, but I think it's very cool that he's got the new ability. The unique cloning of himself. Okay, let's begin. What have we got? Mythic straight away. So Direfleet Ravager, pretty awesome. I think there was any commons or uncommons that were worthwhile. No, so we'll just put this. A good start box. Give me some Direfleet Ravager. Anything cool? That guy's cool. Hammerhead, or whatever he's called. Daring Saboteur. Kind of reminds me of Jace, that little guy. I'm pretty. I don't know if you agree with me on that. Kind of piratey looking outfit, but yeah, it reminds me of Jace. So they got a mythic there. Put the mythics to one side. What else? What else have we got? Repeating Barrage. I don't even remember this one. Oh, that's quite cool. I don't know whether that would be probably not good enough for constructed, but the idea of it's pretty sweet. I bet that's probably really annoying limited as well, just like constant. Yeah, any kind of recursion would be a nightmare to deal with. I like the Fathom Fleet Firebrand. Usually always trades up at least. Dowsing Dagger. It's pretty cool. Transforms into the Lost Vale. I don't know what people think about these new lands. I think they're really quite thematic. I didn't like them at first, I will admit, but actually playing with them, they really suit the theme of the set, like the whole Ixalan, desert island, pirates raiding, treasure map type stuff. It's pretty cool. But I think the whole flavour of the set in general, like even though the Aztec looking or Mayan looking, my ancient history isn't that great. Knowledge of ancient civilizations isn't that great, so I could be getting the race wrong. Oh, Vanquisher's Banner. But they all look foil rampaging raptors. But they all look the part. These the artwork and the design, I think it's awesome. I mean, Wizards, for me at least, they very rarely miss with the flavour. That's one thing they do really well is the art and the design of the cards. Bellowing Aegis, or this card is great. Savage Stomp. And Captivating Crew. This is really annoying. I did this a few drafts online, and this card both wrecked my opponents and wrecked me a few times when it wasn't dealt with, especially in an aggressive deck. Captivating Crew can just be a right pain. What have we got? Charting a course to the Vanguard. That's quite cool. Foil Swamp. Someone was saying they didn't really like the lands in this set. They found they're quite bland. I don't know. Not quite sure what's happening there. Something's smouldering. But yeah, I think a lot of the images are quite plain on the basic lands on this set. But I don't think that means I don't like them. Sky Terror. And Sunbird's Invocation. Another card that wrecked me at the pre-release. Did okay in my pre-releases. The first one I went 2 and 2, so I built the wrong deck and then kind of switched it around and played the right one afterwards. And the second one, I won all my games. Dinosaurs are pretty strong. If you get a good dinosaur deck, or even just a half-decent dinosaur deck, at least at this point in time, it feels like it's better than most average other decks. Oh, Lightning Strike. And a Treasure Map. Another awesome flip card for the Treasure Cove. Just really nice artwork. And next pack. Going through these in any particular order, just breezing through. It's all about the rares. Scoot past these. What do we have? Ah, the Monstrosaur. Vona, Butcher of Magan. Poor Magan. Oh, it's a mythic as well. Of course it is. It's a legendary vampire. Why wouldn't it be mythic? So 2 mythics so far. What was the benchmark in the last box openings? Was it 5 mythic boxes? So we're almost halfway there already. I've lost track of how many packs in we are. I could count the rares to answer that question, but I'm busy opening packs, you know. Fleet Swallower and a pillar. Foil pillar. Fleet Swallower's good. It's going to do the job in draft, isn't it? Sealed. 6/6 fish. And Tishana's Wayfinder. That card has done nothing but good things for me. Doran Dino. And an Arcane Adaptation. I feel like this could be really good. This is really good. In the right deck, getting 2 creatures back. It's almost like a divination late in the game for 1 mana. Yeah, Arcane Adaptation. I felt that I've wanted to play with it, but I haven't ever really kind of had the chance for it to really do an awful lot. I haven't really got at the tribal deck yet. Most of the decks I've drafted or opened have been dinosaurs. And the Galleon. And a lot of my drafts actually, I've had this card, and it is insane. So all you need to do is crew and attack with it. You don't even need to get through. Once you attack at the end of combat, you then transform it into Conqueror's Foothold, and you can pay 2 to loot, pay 4 to draw a card, pay 6 to return a card from your graveyard to hand. And this has just been insane. In every time it's flipped, it's just done amazing things. It's a really good card. I think people might be undervaluing it a little bit in draft. I think it is pretty sweet. And then we have Vraska's Contempt. Nice. That is going to be a staple in standard moving forward. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Definitely going to be a standard. Instant speed, Planeswalker removal. And it gains life as well. I just tacked on that little, and it gains 2 life, which is really great. So like, a control deck's just going to want that, especially with Gearhawk. And Merfolk Lord kind of. Oh, nice. The artwork on these new lands is really, really sweet. Foiled round Catacombs. That is sick. What have we got next? Bishop Soldier. Does me well, does me well. Does very well with that enchantment that you can give something +2/+2 and flying. Great with that. Did I track her? Okay. Takes a while to get going, I suppose, but exploring is great, and foil Pirates Prize. Yeah, I wouldn't be unhappy with that in my deck. Or is it a grass or whatever? It's pretty sweet. Sometimes Explore can go a bit wrong, which is a little bit annoying. Like if you really need the +1/+1, depending on the board state. Oh, this card gains so much life. Oh, and yeah, if you end up drawing a card or revealing a land off of your Explore, and you're really hoping on the +1/+1, it can be a little bit rough. But it's still a good mechanic. And Direfleet Captain. Ah, new Cavern of Souls, but not really. Vanguard. And Old Growth Dryads. I just the little card that's just never gonna get there. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I love me an aggro deck. I've burned for ages, you know, love turning things sideways, but yeah, giving your opponent lands on turn 1 is not good. Or on your turn, really. Phantom Fleet Captain. Oh, the Pirate Maker. The pirate who makes pirates. Menacing Pirates. About halfway through the box, it feels like. Another March of the Damned. Drowned, even. Fine Shaper Mystic. Oh, another rare land. Awesome. Loving these lands. Really nice. Really nice. What have we got in here? Wily Goblin. Shapers of Nature. River's Rebuke. Return all non-land permanents. Target. Oh, one-way bounce. Horrible. I haven't had that happen to me yet, and I'm not looking forward to it if it does. It's just one of those game-winning effects. Call to the Feast and Tishana, Voice of Thunder. Oh, another mythic. Look at that. What a pretty card. Kind of look like she's got hooves though. I don't know if that was the intent. Maybe they're part centaur. I don't know. Makes sense. They're green, you know. Green merfolk. Kind of combined with some land animal. Really liking this card in limited, by the way. There's quite a few 1 toughness things, and this card's insane. This might actually see standard play. I think this is really good. So 2 mana Compass. Pay 3, search your library for a land. Basic land goes into your hand. If you have 7 lands at any point, end of turn, you transform it into a Maze of Ith, or Spires of Orazka. And basically tap a creature to remove it from combat if it's hitting you, which any control deck would just be all over. I don't know if it's gonna. It feels like it's powerful enough, for sure. Yeah, it feels like it's powerful enough, but whether it actually gets there, who knows? I feel like it could be. I think it's going to be in there somewhere. These people are going to try it for the very least. Regisaur Alpha, Bloodbraid Alpha. That guy is so good. I think the Regisaur is going to see constructive play as well. I think there's another card that's just a bit too good not to. But yeah, what I was saying about the Archer, the 1/4 Archer fights when it enters the battlefield, that guy is really good. Really good. There's plenty of 1 toughness stuff you can just ping. And then we have the Sunwing. No foils. We got the annoying Tempo Dino. And yeah, gets blocked by the 1/4 with Reach. The Archer that I'm talking about. What have we got next? Oh look, there he is again. Captain Lannery Storm. Look how happy she is. Great picture. Been underwhelmed by that. It usually just dies. Like, I think you need to be an aggressive deck to even remotely get any semblance of value out of that card. I've just found it to just like come down, attack into my stuff, and then that's about it. Sanguine Sacrament, there's not really much I want to say about that card. And Foil Mountain, now that's much more impressive. Look at that mountain. Yeah. It's like a third foil basic, third foil basic. Slice in twain. Nice little reprint there. There's a couple of reprints in this set. What have we got? Raptors. Ixalan's Binding, pretty solid. Oh, the insight. The feel bad when someone casts this against you. I had it in my first sealed pull, the pre-release, and when I only got to cast it once because I never really saw it other than that, and I just felt so good drawing 7 cards. So good. I mean, who doesn't like drawing cards, and who doesn't like drawing 7 cards? Sword Point Diplomacy, or give me your stuff. It's a bit random, or rather, you're giving your opponent a choice, and normally that doesn't really work out. Because your opponent does not have your best interests at heart. Who'd have thunk it? Pounce is quality in this set, with all the enrage, just big dinosaurs is really good, and Bishop's good too. And what do you have? Oh, yes! Hello! Growing Rights of Ixalan. Just get rid of this. So this is the cradle, as everyone's been calling it online. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 4. You reveal a creature from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom at the beginning of your end step. If you control 4 or more creatures, you get to transform it into a very familiar looking effect. Ixalan, Cradle of the Sun. So add green for each creature you control, which is insane. And just look at the artwork again, like just the artwork in general. I love a little before and after, you know. Make a little tree, dinos are in the background, and then boom. I'm not sure exactly how much this is at the moment, but this is one of the money cards in the set, so that's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet. And then what do we have? A Blood Crazed Paladin, just to kind of bring the mood down again. I know you're hungry, mate, but you know, pick your moments to peer. Brontodon, Brontodon. Arguel's Bloodfast. Being your upkeep, have 5 less life, transform it. And this is sacrifice to get stuff. Oh yeah. Sacrifice a creature, you gain life equal to the creature's toughness. I mean, this is a weird one. Again, the flavour and the artwork of the front and back side is just great. But yeah, I like the first half of the card. Pay 2 life, draw a card. That seems great. Just the second bit, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by. Last 4 packs now. Last 4 packs. Skin Shifter. Tiliana's Skin Shifter. It's quite reasonable. May see some small amount of play, perhaps, in an aggressive deck. I can't really imagine it. No, I don't know. Copy and an Uncop Crasher, maybe. Anyway, oh, the Priest. He's quite cool. Dinosaur Shooter. Gains you some life early on. Lets you search for a big dinosaur later. This is pretty good. Deadeye Plunderers, Hostage Taker. Yeah! This card is pretty insane too. I've lost a lot to this card. I think it's one of the reasons that the blue-black pirate deck is a thing. You get cards like this. There's other cards as well, but that's one. You know you've got a good deck, or you're feeling pretty good at least. So if you got that card in it, Honor Guard. And yeah, I don't know if this is gonna. No, probably not. I just think like this for modern, but I just think there's better things, or just better, better things that do the same thing, and also just better stuff that you want to be doing instead of that, perhaps. Okay, so just gonna have a little look at what we've got. Okay, so quick recap. I'm not going to go through the commons, but a couple of water planks, which is quite cool. A Sentinel Golem, which is pretty interesting because of the scry effect, mainly. If you didn't have something like a Relic of Progenitus modern, then it's useful for that kind of effect, but also the weird artifact decks that exist. This could be useful because of the scry. Lightning Strike, I don't know that, I'm just saying it might be. And it's a cool new looking card, so yeah. Lightning Strike is pretty awesome. It's going to see playing standard. Efficient-ish kind of burn spell, and then Unclaimed Territory, the new Cavern of Souls type effect. So some nice little things in the uncommons there. As for the foils, had a couple of basic lands. Yeah, 2 basic lands. The Pirate's Prize. The land was the best one here. The Drowned Catacombs. So yeah, and the Raptors. So yeah, not really an awful lot there in the foils, but the rare land's pretty sweet. And then we've got the rares, so starting with the sort of underwhelming side first, sort of more mediocre ones. I mean, this guy could potentially be useful, maybe. Treasure Map's okay. Fleet Swallower, the Adaption, Tracker, Rebuke, and they do get better as we go on. Got the Banner, which could be if there's a tribal thing. Maybe zombies will come back, you never know. And then Captivating Crew, the Galleon, Vraska's Contempt, as I said before, definitely seen play. This might see play in aggressive decks. Nice land. The Compass, which I'm fairly convinced is going to see play. The Alpha. And then you got the Bird, Lannery Storm, Rowing Rights of It, Amok. And then the Bloodfast and Hostage Taker as well. So not too bad, really. Not too bad. And then the Mythics. Overflowing Insight, Tishana, beautiful Tishana, and Vonna. And the Direfleet Ravager. So one short of the average that I've been sort of hitting every time. Only 4 mythics in this box, but it's a bigger set, so maybe that has something to do with it. But overall, not too bad, not too bad. If you like what you see, then consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing another unboxing very, very soon. Share the video if you know anyone that would be interested in seeing some booster boxes being opened, and hit that like button to show your support. I'm also on Facebook. If you want to follow me on Facebook, then please feel free. The link to my Facebook page is on screen. Thanks once again to Ixalan for donating the booster box for me to open. And of course, a great big thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, there's plenty more to come, so stay tuned for more. Choo choo! Ixalan! Ixalan! Da 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 da!